First, Roger begins with Jon Voight's latest role in a film called Runaway Train.
I had to start out by saying that Runaway Train is quite simply one of the best adventure movies I've ever seen, a combination of action and suspense and desperate characters that never stop surprising me. The movie stars Jon Voight as a hardened convict in an Alaska prison. For the last 3 years, his cell door has been welded shut. But now he's escaped, taking another convict, played by Eric Roberts, along with him, and they get on board a train, but the engineer dies of heart failure, and it turns into a runaway. Here they are talking about their prospects in the outside world.
I'll tell you what you're going to do. You're going to get a job. That's what you're going to do. You're going to get a little job, some job a convict can get, like scraping off trays in the cafeteria or cleaning out toilets. And you're going to hold on to that job like gold, because it is gold. Let me tell you, Jack, that is gold. You listen to me? And when that man walks in at the end of the day, and he comes to see how you done, you ain't going to look in his eyes. You're going to look at the floor, because you don't want to see that fear in his eyes when you jump up and grab his face and slam him to the floor and make him scream and cry for his life. So you look right at the floor, Jack. Pay attention to what I'm saying. And then he's going to look around the room, see how you done. He's going to say, oh, you missed a little spot over there. Gee, you didn't get this one here. What about this little bitty spot? And you're going to suck all that pain inside you, and you're going to clean that spot. And you're going to clean that spot until you get that shining clean. And on Friday, you pick up your paycheck. And if you could do that, you could be president of Chase Manhattan Corporations. If you could do that.
That's a great speech. It turns out they're not the only two people on the runaway train. Rebecca De Mornay plays a crew member who's also powerless to stop the train.
What did you say?
No break, no break.
That's mean.
That's true. Now make it now. Go for it.
Jack, come back.
Go for it. Come on.
I tell her.
There are some great stunts in this movie, and a real sensation of movement as that enormous train hurtles at 90 miles an hour, totally out of control down the track. Most of the movie consists of cutaways between that train and the railroad dispatchers who are desperately trying to get everything out of its way. But if that were all the movie was about, it'd be exciting, but it would also be pretty predictable. The very best thing about Runaway Train is the way the characters of those convicts, played by Jon Voight and Eric Roberts, are developed as that train races through Alaska. This is Jon Voight's best performance in a long time, and by the end of the film, he had me absolutely fascinated about whether he would choose life or death. Runaway Train is a great film, and I just hope it doesn't get overlooked in the avalanche of so many of the other holiday pictures.
Well, Roger, I liked what Jon Voight did in the film, and I liked the first thing that we saw very, very much. It's a beautiful speech. I think it's at the core of the film. And if I think the film had been more on that tone, I think it would have been much better. I find there are four main characters in this film. We saw three of them, De Mornay and the two convicts, and the fourth character is really the train. And I'll tell you, the train, they use so much of it, it really bored me.
Really?
I got bored seeing the train. They cut so much of the train. All that dispatcher stuff, it was just phony compared to the realism of Voight's performance. Mm-hmm. Eric Roberts, I thought, overacted. You complained about him overacting in the last film that he did. I think he really went over the top this time. And Rebecca De Mornay's character, I think they threw her in just to have a woman in there. I don't think she has any place in this film. So really, all that I like about it is Jon Voight.
Well, I think you probably found things that may be some of the weak points, although I don't agree there's too much of the train. The train is fascinating. The way it's photographed is fascinating. What I like is the fact that the director, Andrei Konchalovsky, has a real idea about these characters. The action in this film...
Not about the woman.
His ideas... Why should it be about the woman? There are a dozen people in the movie he doesn't have ideas about. Okay. He has ideas about these two men. Mm-hmm. And the way that they're expressed through this conflict and through this crisis that they're in is very important. Now, so the woman, she's there not to have a character of her own, but to demonstrate the way that these men absolutely have no way at all of understanding that she is a woman or how to relate to her because of their many dehumanizing years in the prison.
Okay, well, thank you for the explanation.
Well, I guess you needed it.
Yeah, I did need it because I didn't see that. Well, okay.
You're welcome.
But I'm telling you, what about Eric Roberts? Do you like his performance?
I liked it better in this movie than I've liked him in anything in a long time, since Star 80, in fact, because his posturing seemed to be part of the personality he had as a prisoner.
I think he went way. I think he was a prisoner who had gone to a lot of acting classes, if you want to know my opinion. Come here.